Hi, it's me, Ingrid of P. And I'm doing some crochet. I don't have a poem. I wanted to talk about some things that make me happy, that are soothing and nice. I went to thank Schumann, first of all, for his support and for talking to me, like writing to me almost daily about things and being overly apologetic to each other and that kind of thing. It makes me happy to know that there are people out there who care. I also want to thank Solacium and sicparvismagna for being on my lives and in the comments, and also the other ones, other people who are in the comments. Better not to name them because I'll probably miss somebody. But you guys have been supportive and nice. I also want to thank older NFP Insights for inviting me to do a talk with her. It's not going to be done until maybe in March because we're both busy. But I want to see, it's going to be about accomplished female INFPs. And accomplished can mean whatever you want. Because, well, we all have our own success stories. Otherwise, we wouldn't be around, you know. And you don't need to be a YouTuber. You can also be just a viewer, and you can. You don't need to show your face. You can just show your socks the way that all our NFP Insights does. That is the thing. Also, I want to thank Vandal Pete for his videos that are so soothing and so nice, and that make me laugh. And his, I don't know, it's just that these videos make me laugh, and then they also make me cry because I'm like, oh gosh, I wish that we knew each other in real life, you know, because it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that it's winter here in Sweden and I see the grass and the sun outside in Australia, and I get envy from that. But I think it's also that Vandal Pete just seems like a cool guy and a chill person to hang out with. And I don't know, I wished I could just hang around. But I cannot because there are so many kilometers between us. Anyway. But I really like his cat, and it seems like, I don't know, it seems like Vandal Pete is going through like a pretty zen phase right now. I don't know what is going on in his life, but it kind of, I don't know, it brings me a sense of calm, and I'm just like, whenever his videos come, I'm like, oh, I'm going to laugh and cry, and I'm going to be calmed afterwards. So that's always good. And also, Dolus has been posting some videos that have also, I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand Dungeons and Dragons. He's been talking about some stories from his past, which isn't easy to do, so kudos to him for talking about that. But also the fact that he was talking about type grid, and I don't understand anything about type grid, but he talks with such a soothing voice and so measured and stable that it just basically I'm telling you all about my YouTube my YouTube crushes who are like they're like 10 or 20 years older than me, or 30 years older than me. I don't know. Oh God. I mean, I don't want to. I went to talk to them. I went to I went to like meet them, and but I'm like not nearly as cool as them, and that gives me anxiety and inferiority complex. And I'm like, oh God, I wish I could actually like be liked by these people, and uh, you know, it's strangely delusional to have friends on the internet, but well, I can't stop it. So yeah, I guess that there's also the loneliness epidemic of the 2020s. Um, and it is pretty lonely living out here and having almost no friends, and then going through psychiatry without any friends around. Kind of makes me crazy, because all I'm thinking about day in, day out right now, especially now I'm at the children's psychiatry, is all I'm thinking about is ADHD, autism, ADHD, autism, ADHD, autism, depression, anxiety, ADHD, autism, ADHD, autism. And it's like, I can't get out of this loop of thinking. And then maybe something will come out of there like OCD, personality disorder. I was like, okay, yes, but I want to talk about something else. And so then when there's somebody there who has like an actual medical disease, like they have hypertension or something, I'm like so excited because I'm like, yes, this is something different. Even though like hypertension is like the most common thing ever. So I think that psychiatry is making me a little bit crazy, and I shouldn't be working in psychiatry, basically. So I'm glad I'm only in psychiatry for 3 months, but it has only gone 1 month and I am already crazy. So I hope that I'm still sane by the end of it. I'm going to be going to my psychologist next Thursday. So yeah, things are going to be even more focused on that, because I'll be doing some kind of treatment in my own life. And also in the same building as the child psychiatry is. So I'm literally just going downstairs to meet my psychologist. I had to avoid the people downstairs, because that's where my my counselor, the one who she and I clash, my counselor works down there. So I tried my best to just like run up the stairs and run down the stairs. And she'd say, oh, that's your avoidance. And yes, she would be correct. But, so I'm having, it's difficult. I mean, like, I can deal with the actual the talk that the psychiatry patients say, but talking about that day in, day out, you start overanalyzing everything and your own behavior. And I don't know, you have to be pretty stable in yourself in order to manage this. I know that the psychiatrist who's usually in charge of like the younger doctors, the one that I talk to every day, pretty much at this point, he has post-COVID and is very sick, so he's gone up in weight, like he's very extremely overweight, and he also got heart failure because of COVID. And so he's not there very often, but I talk to him all the time. And he said that he actually, while he was discussing his salary to become a senior doctor, he like did some negotiations with his boss in order to get free therapy hours, because he said that everybody should basically have therapy, especially if they're going to be working in mental health. And I feel like I kind of need that. Otherwise, things have been going well. I met a woman, a senior doctor at the child psychiatry place. We call it BUP, Barn- och ungdomspsykiatri. And it ends up that she had my supervisor when she was doing her internship in 2016. So, or no, 2014, something like that. So we talked about how my supervisor is the best. And that made me happy too. At the moment, I'm not having a great relationship with my mom, so I'm kind of trying my best to find all these soothing people around me to make up for that hole in my life, because my mom is not being very understanding about my difficulties of things. And I'm glad I haven't opened up to her about my psychiatry issues, but she doesn't listen when I talk about psychiatry and such. And it makes me sad. So I actually got more out of my ISTJ dad than out of my ENFP mom. I think that there is something to the fact that, ENFPs and INFPs can be selfish sometimes. I think ENFPs are a little bit less self-aware about it though. So they think that they really care about people and such, but actually just because they're extroverted doesn't mean that they care more about the people around them. I think that if I dominance, they try to understand the feelings of other people. Not to dunk on ENFPs. I absolutely love talking to ENFPs, but I love talking to my mom for hours and hours and hours. But yeah, it's not really. Sometimes I'm like, get out of your own bubble. I'm trying to say to my mom. And I know some dramatic ENFPs. I've met several. One of them was an old doctor who gossiped a lot. The other one was my ISFJ friend's date, which is like not a great combination, ENFP and ISFJ. But they can be self-absorbed at times. And I think that my mom is in one of those periods right now. And I'm like, I'm telling you about things because I trust you, And, she doesn't really listen. And then my dad, who's an ISTJ, who, absolutely does not understand most, emotions, His FI is third slot, and he has TE and SI. He was talking about history. He suddenly got really into a hyper focus and info dumped me about the Swedish history of servants, and he ended up going for half an hour talking about that. And my mom was surprised because, she was in the room while we were Skyping, but she always gets so impatient that my dad is finally talking, and so she was like, yeah, so you don't, but this is something that my dad is interested in talking about. My dad is seldom interested in talking in general, so I was just really happy that even if what he was talking about is not really of interest to me and is not really of interest, but I'm just glad that he's interested in something. So he was interested in that there used to be servants in Sweden that like came with the grounds that you would buy as like a wealthy person. So you would just like inherit these people basically. And my dad thought it was funny, which it is kind of funny when you think about this. It's kind of silly that, I mean, it was cruel to the people who lived there, but it was kind of like the way that things were. And so my dad was really interested in talking about that. So I was like, okay, I'll listen. But my mom was like, she wanted to butt in and she wanted to actually talk because it was getting late. And so I didn't have a great conversation with my mom after that. Anyway, that's enough about my family. My brother now plays badminton on Fridays, and we usually Skype on Fridays. So he's usually pretty knocked out and tired by the time we Skype, so he got a little bit irritated. But so I'm glad that there is some kind of soothing presence. I'm reading The Hobbit, and this is a really nice cover, with the audiobook. I've also been journaling quite a lot, and that has been pretty good. I just write what I did during the day. I don't like do like these therapy exercises or anything, because at the moment I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I need a therapist to like help me and to like, what should I focus on next? What's going on? They'll probably just say like, you know, you need to brush your teeth, basically, or that kind of thing. I've been pretty nervous about my psychologist appointment, which will be in 3 days. So I don't know what I'm going to say, and I don't know what he will think. He seemed pretty mellow on the phone, so I hope for the best. I was just thinking of like how I've grown and what I still need to do to grow, and I'm not sure where to go next, you know. So at the moment, all I'm trying to do is to live and do my daily things, but I need to also find something to look forward to. And so for that, I need to choose, I need to decide over my holidays, my summer holidays, before the end of February. So I wrote to my aunt and uncle in the US, but they haven't replied, so I don't know if I can stay there. My uncle got cancer and doesn't feel very good, so I don't want to like take more of their time and energy than they can spare. But at the same time, I want to see them because I don't know, I feel like maybe my presence will make things better. I mean, technically my uncle is cancer free, but now he has a lot more problems. He had pancreas cancer, and now he has many more problems because he had to be operated, and after the operation he got a hernia, and apparently now he's realizing that like his body is falling apart, and he didn't realize it like right when he was in the middle of it, when he was in the middle of chemo and everything. So I think that he's much more irritable than usual. Like he's taking out his anger on my mom sometimes when he calls, and I don't know if what he thinks about me coming around. So maybe I'll have to go to some other place, and I don't really want to go back to France during the holidays. So I'm thinking maybe I should book a trip to Japan, because now is the best time to do it. But I don't know if any of you have been to Japan. If you have any recommendations. I mean, I'm thinking just like going to Tokyo would be enough, but maybe I'd go to like Kyoto or Osaka for like more traditional Japanese culture. But mainly just Tokyo and seeing all of the fashions and the Hello Kitty stuff, the kawaii stuff, and the food. I don't know if I went to see Mount Fuji, but I guess that you can see it from far away. But I've been thinking like, yeah, that's what I want to do for the summer holidays. Unless my aunt and uncle are really excited to see me in the US, and in that case I'll go. But I don't have a driver's license, so would be hard for me to go to the US on my own. Well, going to Japan is ironically easier, even if I don't know the language and I can't read and my Duolingo skills are like bad. I'm like, wait, what sentence do I know in Japanese? I'll be like, kakui is cool, and sushi kudasai. Ingrid-san, this, like, I don't know. I'm like, I can do it better once I'm in the zone. I'm not really in the zone now. I'm like, ohayo gozaimasu, gozaimashita. I don't know exactly what the difference is between gozaimasu and gozaimashita. And, konnichiwa and all these basic words. I don't know more, and I'm learning the hiragana alphabet because, like, Japanese has 3 different alphabets, so I'm not going to be like, I mean, this is way more than I have the time or energy to learn. But I really want to go, unless I go to the US, and in that case I'll just hang with my aunt and uncle. And so, like, I really need things to look forward to, so I don't really have any series to look forward to, because all the series that I liked are canceled pretty much, and not really any films to look forward to. So all I'm doing is I'm reading these books and trying to get through them. Okay, well, so that's all I had to say. I hope that you guys have a great day, and yeah, see you next time.